didn't lead the Black Stars to a second tournament, that would have been in the 2015 AFCON.
It was unfortunate, but because by then we had built some young ones into the team, and they were playing as a team, and it was unfortunate. Maybe, hopefully, if we had continued,
we probably could have won the tournament.
You never know.
Hopefully, we would have gone there to win it. But within that window that you left the Black Stars, you went to Sudan. Tell us pretty quick, how was life like in Sudan?
The Sudanese actually had a program.
Yeah.
They wanted their team to be built.
Okay.
They gave me 2 years contract to try and build a team.
Okay.
Unfortunately, they had a under 20 squad. So what I started doing was to try and bring the under 20 players slowly into the first team.
Okay.
But later, we realized they were all doing very well, and even at the end of the tenure, they had about 9 players in their national team.
Oh, wow.
Because it got to a level where the El Khartoum team, their style of play, was totally different from the other Sudanese clubs.
So, Coach, what is your style of play?
I don't actually believe in defending. I always believe in attacking whoever you might be.
And we saw it against Germany in the 2014 World Cup.
Yeah, I think if you look at our tactical play, I would say against the Germans, now is the system that every team is playing now. Now, if you set back, you are trying to defend, automatically you might get a go against you or two.
Go ahead.
So
you prefer expansive kind of football?
Yeah, an attack. And then you all come back and defend, if need be.
Thank you. At what point did you decide that you would come back to the Black Stars again? Because you came back in 2017. At what point? And what influenced that decision?
Yeah, actually, I was given a call, that the nation actually needs a coach. And I thought I had actually started something, trying to build, So I did put in my application.
Okay.
They invited me for interviews, and then I got the job.
Did you meet Kwesi Appiah in Addis Ababa? And what did he tell you?
In Addis Ababa.
Prior to your appointment as the head coach of the national team for the second time.
In Addis Ababa? No, I've never met Nandishi at Addis Ababa before.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Then there might have been some different story out there, because I do recall that there were stories of how you met Kwesi at a CAF event, some CAF event. I don't know if it was at the sidelines of it or prior to that. That was just before you came back as the coach of the Black Stars. You can't recall any meeting with him? Or you've had many meetings with him and you can't recall which one?
No. I'm beginning to remember. I actually
can't recall exactly.
Yeah, but I quite remember. But even that time, we actually couldn't talk because I remember we went to Addis Ababa for a meeting.
Yeah. And
that meeting, I remember meeting Mr. Anson. And
that was it. That was the meeting.
Yeah, but personally, she was not part.
The Black Stars conversation didn't come up?
Oh, as to
the Black Stars job, yes.
Yeah, it came up, but they said they were now thinking about going to have a meeting on
Okay,
it.
okay.
So I said, oh, okay, that's fine. Me, if they want me to come, I'm available. But if not,
You were
I'm
open to
fine.
anything. Did you feel when you came back, you did the job you thought you could do? Because you just mentioned that you thought you started something and you could continue from it. What it clearly meant is that you had an unfinished business, you were coming back to finish it. Did you finish it?
In actual fact, when I came back, I thought when Grant came, he did not actually continue what I was trying to do by inviting more players into the team. So when I came back, I had to try and bring a whole of, so saying that and actually, I think we lost about three matches.
Yeah.
We won about 10, 11 matches and 7 draws.
Yeah.
And so saying that, I thought we were in line.
Yeah.
And as I said earlier, if you're building a national team and not a club, it takes time to introduce players, into the fold. So for me, it's about what do we have and what do we want to achieve, or how can we try and progress to a level where we have a standing strong team. That is what we should be looking out for.
And when you came back, there were many criticisms. And I recall in one of your press conferences at the Accra Sports Stadium, you said, a prophet is not pampered in his country.
Yeah, it's always been like that. I don't know how to put it, but
you feel you've always been criticized unfairly?
Oh, as a coach, you should not never expect that everybody will like whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
But the most important thing is try and do the best that you can. And when it comes to national issues, the nation first. Do the best that you can. At the end of the day, when you are you are out there, people will look at what you did, and then so okay, when he came, at least he did this.
What is the biggest challenge coaching the Black Stars?
The biggest challenge has been the issue of selecting players to the national team. The problem is when you are not given a longer period, you're not given the time to build whatever you want to build. And it's a matter of just 2 years. Automatically, 2 years, you come out there just looking out for results. And all the white coaches that I've worked with, because we give them contract for 2 years, they come and they use whatever players we have assembled already, and use them to gain results and go away in 2 years' time.
So if you have to suggest to the FA, how many years should be good enough for a coach to build?
You see, when it comes to the national team, the least the national team coach should get is maybe 4 or 5 years. The reason being, if, for instance, you're not used to the players around and you are entirely new, it will take about a year or two to get to know the players, their mentality, their performance level, and how to integrate them. And then the other 2 years, you're looking at how you can get them to play tactically, for you. And
the final year, maybe to go and win.
Automatically, you can't think how you've been given 4 or 5 years and you can't win anything. Then it's not worth. It's not. Then you should never think of even coaching the national team again.
Then if you are offered 2 years contract, why can't you ask for more? Since you think that the 2 years is not good enough.
No, normally that's what they come out with. They dictate the pace.
But they dictate the pace. But it is you they are putting on the hot seat. So if they're putting you on the hot seat, you should tell them, you're just giving me 2 years. Make it 4 or 5. If it's not 4 or 5, then I can also decide that then I'll walk away because you are setting a trap for me to come and if I don't perform, you say I didn't perform.
Yeah, normally that's how it should be. And me, for instance, me now, if you ask me to take the national team, okay, for me, I have a string with the team for some time, so I can know how to manage it. But I'm talking about someone who doesn't know anything in Ghana or
the environment.
That one, there's no excuse. But with someone who is in Ghana, automatically he knows some of the players. But even dealing with them,
it's a challenge.
It's a big issue, and you should have big balls or know how to, handle or manage, these top players who are coming from. As you said, normally you go out there and say, okay, if you don't give me 4 years, I'm going away.
5 years, I will not take the job. Yeah.
But this is something that the FA also should have sat down to know, look, if you want things to go the proper way, then this is how we should tackle issues.
2019 AFCON. Prior to the 2019 AFCON, which was your first AFCON since returning. But I'll ask, but just before that, tell me about our failure to qualify for the 2018 World Cup. You had come in, Grand had started, first game draw, second game a defeat, then the rest of the matches were left to you. You played Congo, you drew, then you went away and you beat them. Was it 5-0? If my memory serves me right. But we went to play Uganda. We scored a goal. I remember when you threw your hands in the air after the referee decided that no, it was not a goal. How frustrating was it that we couldn't qualify to the 2018 World Cup?
It's always, especially when it comes to World Cup, every game counts. So if you play in a home game and you lose or you draw, it's not the best. So automatically we did not start well. We did not start well because we, as you said, we drew
against
one and lost.
Then we lost to Egypt in Cairo.
So with that in mind, automatically it will be difficult to go through. But saying that if the game against Uganda, if the referee had allowed the goal, which everyone
thought it was a goal.
It was just unfortunate, especially when you're going away, and you get a win. It gives you the opportunity to fight on and make sure you qualify.
Okay, so prior to the 2019 AFCON, just a quick one, then we'll wrap up the conversation. Prior to the 2019 AFCON, there were stories surrounding Sule Muntari and Kelvin Prince Boateng. Was there a point that Dr. Kofi Amwa, who was the organization committee chairman, spoke to you about bringing back Sule Muntari to the team?
No, he suggested that. But as I've said, once I have my team, nobody can change the team.
He threatened to sack you if you don't do well.
No, but I told him, I'm not afraid of being sacked. Those threats, I've heard it several times, but I'm not the type that those threats scare me. No.
But why did he suggest Sule Muntari? What were the reasons he gave you?
No, he thought Sule and Kevin should be part of the team. But you see, meanwhile, you ask yourself, are these players that you're talking of, are they playing? And if they are playing, are they in top form that can compete at that level? For me, they were very good players. They were very, very good players. And especially Sule, anytime he's in the team, he gives out 100%. So, but you don't tell me, go and bring them as if I don't know what I'm doing. Or if you are better than the coach, then you should have been the coach and be coaching.
You felt disrespected by that?
Yeah?
Did you feel disrespected? You felt disrespected by that?
Yeah, I mean, the moment you try to stress that point more and more, then you're trying to tell me I don't know my job.
Then the 2019 AFCON, well, you didn't call them. The conversation ended there, 2019. But I know he was working on renewing your contract, right? Did he have conversations with you in terms of renewing your contract?
He has a conversation with me, and he was thinking of reducing my salary. And I said, look, you can't reduce my salary. If you reduce my salary, then you should take yeah.
So what was the reason?
Because
what was the reason for telling that you wanted to reduce your salary? Is that you don't merit the $35,000 you were being paid or something?
I think that was his thinking. You see, when you try to do that, you disrespecting whoever, you know, and his pusher shows that, you know, he had no respect. You know, but at the end of the day, what you should be looking at is if another white guy came,
yeah, or
the one who was there, you were paying more than 58,000.
Yeah.
And why do you think? I said, because I'm Ghanaian, I don't deserve to get paid.
$35,000.
Yeah. And I even said, fine, me, I don't mind if we're giving some to my assistant.
Yeah.
But not to take it and then say, oh, we just reduced it. No. But if we are reducing it for my assistant, then I'll agree.
I see. The 2019 AFCON, Coach, we had high expectations. The permutations were that, the last time we won with the AFCON, we won with the local coach, we were in Group C, we were in what. The permutations favor us. Then again, we get knocked out at the penalty stage.
It's unfortunate, but you see, we were on top of the group at the end of the rounds.
Yeah.
You know, and when you get to penalties, for me, you could be the best player in the whole, best team in the whole world.
Yeah.
And when it comes to penalties, you can.
Is it a lottery or it is science?
It's not science. It's just that, you see, a player could be very, very good. But when it comes to the time to go for the kick, it depends on your confidence level. You know, when your confidence level is not that high, automatically you go and the keeper will shake himself small and you miss it. But you know, a confident player, you know, will always go out there, look at the keeper. If the keeper shakes himself, he also shakes himself.
Okay, so but before the tournament itself, there were many stories. Again, I'm coming back there. Why did you strip Asamoah Gyan of the Black Stars captaincy and made him general captain? Why?
No, because I thought he's captained the team for 8 years.
Yeah.
And for me, he's done more than enough for me and Ghana. And for me, even that tournament, that is the more reason why I took him.
You didn't want to take him?
No, I never decided not to take him.
Yeah.
Only he was having a lot of injuries from January to May. He was having a lot. So I said, if he's injured, then automatically I might not be able to take him. But if he's not injured, no matter his situation, I'll take him along. No, for what he's done for Ghana, so that at the end of the day, if even after that, come notice and he wants to resign, then that's fine.
So he released a statement, said that you called him saying you were taking the captaincy from him.
Yeah, I called him. So I respect him a lot, and that's the more reason why I called him. Look, I want to make you a general captain. Join me, and let's handle the team in such a way that, you know.
But he didn't take it lightly.
Yeah, he didn't agree. But you see, if you don't do what is right, and that's my belief, if you are not sincere to yourself and try say, oh, this is my son, this is my friend, this is my, automatically you will never get results, or you will not be successful in whatever you're doing. You know, so I thought, look, the day is the assistant to him.
Yeah.
Because the day has been in the team before. So if Jan is not there, then automatically it should be the day. And I should not say because this is my friend or this is my brother, so the right decision should not be taken.
No, but coach, there are people who think that since you knew you were taking him to the AFCON, why not just take him there? If he doesn't place, I'm the captain of the team. So you could have gone to the tournament with him, let him be on the bench, I'm the captain of the team, we play. You could have avoided all this noise, quote unquote, that surrounded the team.
You see, I gave the captaincy to him at the time when we were going to Cup of Nations.
Yeah.
He was the captain. Okay, are you trying to tell me when we were going to the World Cup, I should have given the captaincy to Sule because he deserved to be the captain?
So in other words, you don't think you did anything wrong by deciding that he was not going to be the captain? Because
No,
people
but
actually believe that it also affected the team in one way or the other. And over the years, there have been consistent stories that there's division in the team and all that. I was even going to ask you that question, whether you witnessed division within your playing body.
yeah, those things have been there. But you see, me, I find it, I don't know whether it's my own thinking. I find it difficult when people have issues with captaincy. Is it about, I mean, when it comes to the national team, it's the national team. I'm wearing this jersey, the red, gold, green jersey, to represent Ghana. So, I mean, fine, you are made the captain. You are the captain. If I don't know what to say, but I don't believe captaincy should be issues when it comes to national team. And you see, you journalist guys, you make it look as if the captaincy is more important than the football itself. But we should be thinking about the nation first.
But the players also think along that line.
You see, you divert their minds. Because, no.
Coach, the players,
they know, okay, this is our captain. So, it's irrelevant whether the person is a general captain or a captain or an ordinary player. If he gets on the pitch and he can perform to the highest level, that's all what you, as a journalist, that's what you want to expect from him. You know, but because, okay, for instance, let's say you have a team. This one will say, oh, because this one is captain, when I get the ball, I'll pass to him. Or I won't play to satisfy, to win, to make him his captaincy a good one.
You think that thing, it does not exist in the team?
It's been there, but you see, we need to diffuse the minds of all players. And for now, you should. So
did you try diffusing that in the minds of the players? Since you know that there's this division within the team, if this player gets the ball, he wants to pass to this player because he's his friend, or he doesn't want to give the ball to this player because this person is a captain. If he's a captain and we win, they will say he was the captain that we won. No,
we don't have that thing. But you guys are trying to infuse that in the minds of the players, and make them think that the captaincy is more important than playing for the nation. That's how you're making it look like. Because you see, for me, if you were a nation, it's good to be a captain, to be a leader. A leader who is directing all the players or encouraging all the players, on and off the pitch. Yeah. So irrespective of being made a captain or just an ordinary player, you should be looking at, okay, how best can we win? That's the most important thing that we should all be thinking about. this captainship should be even the last thing that people would think.
And what it means is that if then you can just give the armband to any player based on the match. If you think that leadership it's not that important, because the players players, I've had the privilege of speaking to players, and sometimes they make the captaincy thing a bit huge.
You see, this is what I'm talking about. A captain is someone who actually, when we are in camp, for instance, the captains always make sure
he wants that respect given to him. That's why he's the captain. That's why they make it.
But that is there. That is there. But you see, it should not be seen as if, if I'm not being made the captain, I cannot play.
Be part. Okay. Because maybe I've had people tell me that Stephen Appiah was a different kind of a leader who never bothered whether there were meetings. Even when he was going for meetings, he made sure Osei Kufuor was in the know, John Mensah, and then he was always discussing with them to go for the meetings. Maybe, as we said, maybe we have to find a way of diffusing the minds of the players that the armband is the most important thing. Yeah.
Because, as you said about Stephen Appiah, always you control the senior players. The senior players, they know themselves in the team, But it's a matter of, okay, this one is the captain, but these are the senior players. Whenever we have a meeting or there's something that needs to be discussed, these guys, they all meet, and these guys take control of them. That has been there. That has been there even during my time. But it's important that a captain should always be in the team, because a ship without a captain, always there will be problems.
Coach, let's wrap up the conversation. Let's just wrap up the conversation pretty quick. I don't know. In your recent interview, you stated that when you called up young players for our game against South Africa in the World Cup qualifiers, you were told that you were risking your job. That you knew what you were doing. Many people have actually said that one of your strong areas is your ability to spot talents for the national team. And why do you have so much confidence in young players?
See, all along, the nation was so over-dependent on some set of players. And that's how come we had a situation where players could come out and play for the nation again. So all along, my ambition has been trying to get a lot of young players to be behind those that we have at the moment. So any team that is performing well, any good team, is a team that has got a very good bench. And in our situation, because the national team, we don't keep calling them every week, but we get them once a while. Yeah. That's why we need to bring a lot of young guys to be behind those who are playing. So that at any given time, when they are old or they can't, injuries or anything, you can rely on the younger ones who are coming out. But if you don't start building them, then automatically, when the senior ones get old or get wiped off, then how you have to start building every time you'll be building again.
Yeah. I get you there. And in assembling these young players, you did it between 2012 and 2014. You did it again between 2017 and 2019. But in all that, you spoke about the time frame given to coaches, which not been enough. Do you feel that you've had an unfinished business with the Black Stars?
Oh, I think, you see, I always keep saying, once you are a coach, you are always a coach. If I sit here today and say, okay, I've resigned from coaching, then I'm not coaching I will not be coaching any team again. Once I've not come out and still coach, it's a matter of, do Ghanaians think that what I did before, or looking at the track records, they think they can get something out of me? Or I also think, okay, if given a chance, I can also bring something on board. And if they think it will help the nation in future, then so be it.
But based on your track record, is Kwesi Appiah available for the Black Stars coaching job?
Oh, once I've not stopped coaching, and the coaching opportunity comes, why not?
If Keto Kreku calls you now and say, we want you to take over the Black Stars coaching job, will you take it?
Automatically there will be interviews or something.
Yeah.
You can't just walk in to take.
Yeah, but he's a man. He's in charge of football now. He calls and say, Kwesi, I want you to come. You've coached the Black Stars all these years. I know you know the boys. They have that kind of respect for you. So I want you to come and take the team. Would you tell him, okay, get me a contract, I will sign it? Will you tell him that?
Oh, automatically, as I said, I'm a coach, and if the nation wants me to play, automatically, I'll play the role.
You will play a role in that? Okay, so I will sign out with two quick questions. And one of them would be, leaving the job in 2019, did you feel that the FA new leadership, which was led by Keto Kreku, did not respect you enough to ensure that you continued? Because many people have said that you were not allowed to continue because Keto Kreku, when he was executive committee member, had personally criticized you for inviting players without calling players believed to be associated with him. One of them was Benjamin Tete.
Oh, you see, Kurt has been my good friend, since London.
Oh, okay.
And I've never had any issues. But you see, all my coaching career, I don't like the issue of people trying to tell me what to do. Pick this player, pick that player. I might pick the player, but it's up to the player to prove to Ghanaians, not to me, whether they deserve to be in the team. So the idea that the FA had issue or being cut, no, me, I don't have any issue with them. Only, I think my time was up. My contract was up to December. 2019 December, which it ended. And in January, he sent me a letter thanking me and saying the parting ways. At the end of the day, my contract has ended. Yeah. So it's not like you still have a contract and you are being, it's being terminated. Yeah. It wasn't like that.
There was one thing that I forgot to ask about your former assistant coaches, Masu Konadu and Ibrahim Tanko. You replaced them along the line. Why? What happened?
You see, my intention, they were all good coaches. Yeah. But my intention was trying to bring a lot of coaches into the system. You see, people might not agree with me, but I also the view that one day, if I'm not around, we need to get coaches who had stayed with the national team. Most of our local coaches, they are very good coaches, but how we manage players on and off the pitch with the national team players is totally different. So I wanted a situation where more coaches will be associated with them so that the nation will decide which of them, should.
So do you think your previous assistant coaches, any of them is in a position to be able to mind the Black Stars?
Yeah, I think some of them, all of them have learned something from